Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're returning. I am Mishi, and I am going to go over, I'm sure you clicked on the thumbnail because you saw something good, but I'm going to go over some fragrances that I have been obsessed with. Obsessed. And fragrances that if someone were to ask me, you know, what's some of your favorite fragrances, what's some of your top fragrances. Now, I'm not saying this is a top 10 list because some of these fragrances are newer to my collection, but these are fragrances that I have been obsessed with. Like, girl, put the bottle down. Stop wearing this fragrance. You have 300 other fragrances. Quit it. You better quit that. But you'll see from some dents that these perfumes are denting. They are denting. I can't help it. I'm an oversprayer, and I like to have fragrance on 24/7. I have a bedtime fragrance, a morning fragrance, a midday fragrance. You know, it depends. If I put on a beast mode sucker, I may only get 2 fragrances that day. The one that I put on in the morning, that beast moded until after dinner, and then an evening fragrance or a bedtime fragrance. But these are stuff that I love, and I'm obsessed. And on my channel, I'm going to talk, it's mainly going to be a fragrance channel because that's my number one hobby, my number one love in my life. But I'm sure you can tell from some of my videos that I have a second love, and that is makeup. I am obsessed with indie makeup. You know, some of the stuff you can get at Sephora is great, especially like Danessa Myricks stuff. But I like the creative side of makeup. And so it's really rare to see me in a neutral look or a, no makeup look. I'm either not wearing anything, I am fresh-faced, bare skin, or I have something really cool on my eyes and, some dramatic makeup. So I may talk about that sometimes on my channel, but mainly this is going to be my life journey with fragrances. So if that sounds interesting to you, subscribe, please. I would enjoy having you become part of the Fragrance Friends and Fam. First up, guys and girls, if anyone really knows me in real life, they'll know the love affair that I have with this fragrance. This is Soie Malaquais, and I have featured this fragrance on my channel before. And last time I showed it, my bottle was like down to here. I did buy the 200 ml refill, so I refilled up my baby, and I still have another half of the bottle for when she comes down. But this fragrance, you guys, well, first of all, look at the bottle. I mean, come on, look at, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And for people that care about makeup, I have featured the Dries Van Noten lipsticks on my channel before. They have refillable lipstick cases basically, but the lipstick cases look like the fragrance bottles, and they just came out for one that looks like Soie Malaquais. And do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. Will I get it? Probably. But there's something just so cute about it. Anyways, back to the fragrance. Oh, Soie Malaquais. Soie Malaquais. I adore her. I really do. I just adore let's get this. Now, it's not like I need to spray this because I'm quite intimate with this fragrance. Whoa, my camera's shaking there. Hopefully you can't see too much jiggle. This fragrance, let me just, it is silky. Okay, there's a silk note in it. And you probably think, well, what the heck does silk smell like? Well, it smells smooth, sexy, really just smooth, really well blended fragrance. You get a little bit in the opening of some fruits, different sorts of fruits, and then you get just sexy, silky, nighty pajamas on soft skin. And this one projects, and the sillage with this fragrance is amazing. I have definitely been complimented while wearing this fragrance many a time. And I have had people tell me that, at work, they could smell me down the hallway, that they knew that I had gone that way in the office. So I believe there's a chest note. I'll read you guys the notes, but I believe there's a chest note vibe in here, and it makes it so, oh, just delicious and a little nutty, it's a sweet fragrance. It's definitely a sweet fragrance, and I definitely feel like this is feminine leaning. I could not imagine my husband wearing this fragrance. And I've said in other videos that we do share a lot of the fragrances in my collection my husband wears, and he has his own collection. It's about probably 100 fragrances, and some of them are extremely masculine that I would not wear, but there are a few back here that we definitely share and smells great on both of us. This is woman, okay? So, you know, that doesn't mean, boys out there, if you want to smell a little femme, a little sexy, go for it. But this is feminine energy. This is boss bee energy. So sexy, so beautiful, so addictive, and it makes me obsess over it. The notes for Soie Malaquais are black currant, bergamot, silk, rose, chestnut, and cacao. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not a rose fragrance. If I didn't know that rose was in the notes, I wouldn't even think of rose when I smell this. Not on my skin, not for me at least. Sometimes other people's skin might pull more of the florals. For me, this is chestnutty, silky, fruity, black currant, smooth, silky, sexy. And the cacao note gives it that sweetness, that almost a little tiny gourmand a bit about this. But this is a perfume. This isn't a foodie gourmand, but there is that little gourmand oomph there with the chestnut and the cacao. But this fragrance is stunning. Stunning, beautiful. I'm obsessed, okay? Next up on the list, we have my baby, my love. This is Coty's Infini Encore Un Foie. And let me tell you, can you see this dent? Can you see this dent? I've had this bottle for like, I don't know, 5 weeks. Look at this dent. Now, I decanted out 5 mLs in a little travel guy so I could put it in my purse and bring it along with me when I go places. But this is stunning. It is a stunning vanilla. And I am falling hard for the entire line. This Coty Infini line, I am falling hard for. A video is going to be coming up where I test some of the other fragrances. I believe there's 3 more I test. And I mean, one of them is like full bottle worthy. The other one is like so right on the edge of a wish list item. And one is extremely good, but smells a little similar to something I have. So that'll be coming up. But this baby right here, now she is compared a lot to Guerlain's Spiritus Double Vanille. I see a lot of people say they find similarities. And I did a full day wear test with Spiritus Double Vanille on one side and Encore Un Foie on the other side. And they are similar, I will admit. If you are not a perfume collector and, you know, perfume obsessed like me, you do not need both of these. But what I will tell you is that there are differences to these fragrances to me, to a trained nose. But if I were to ask my sister or a stranger on the street that is not into fragrances which one smelled better, they might say, well, they smell quite similar. They smell quite the same. But Spiritus Double Vanille has an incense note to it. And this fragrance, so Coty Infini, they only give 3 notes for the fragrance. One top, one mid, one base. So in this one, it's like bourbon vanilla, sandalwood, and like orchid vanilla. Something like that. I'll tell you guys when I look it up. But it's more than that though. But it is a extremely airy, warm vanilla. and a warm vanilla in not too much of a gourmand territory. This is still, it's a fragrance, and it is fluffy and airy. And I have had some people on Instagram say, you know, they felt like it wasn't long lasting on them. Oh, it's woody. It's warm. Oh, you guys, seriously, get your nose on this. I'm telling you, get your nose on this. But I've had people on Instagram, you know, message me when I've said like, oh, this is my fragrance of the day, or, you know, whatever. And they've been like, it's a beautiful fragrance, but it doesn't last on me. Well, let me tell you, yesterday in the morning after my shower, I sprayed one half of my body with Spiritus Double Vanille, other half of my body with Coty Infini, and I was in air conditioning for most of the day. But my sister came over, we swam in the pool, and when I got out of the pool, I could still skin scent wise smell each of them on my arm. But I thought, you know what, that's not a fair wear test because I went in the pool. So we were going to go get sushi dinner, and so I reapplied each on each side. And as soon as I came out of the room, my sister was like, wow, that you smell good. You smell really good. And so I wore them for the rest of the night into the evening. And when I woke up this morning, the only one that I could smell left was the Coty one. The Coty one, I had to really press my nose up to my skin, but I could still smell it. And the Spiritus Double Vanille was pretty much gone. I mean, like maybe 5% left. Whereas the Coty one, I could still smell it, recognize it for the fragrance it is. And yeah, I love it. I love it. But unless you're a fragrance collector like me, I'm repeating myself here, but unless you are a fragrance collector like me and you have a true love addiction with airy vanillas like this, and you love Spiritus Double Vanille, then you would love this fragrance. You would love it. And I don't feel like, for me personally, it's redundant in my collection only because this is a fragrance category that I truly love. I really am into. And as you can see from the dent, I have been wearing. So wonderful, love it. And like I said, a video is coming up with some more of those Coty Infini fragrances. All right, so next up, I'm bringing you Ojar's Wood Whisper. Hopefully the light's not like blinding that out. Now this is a newer fragrance to my collection. I've had it about 4 weeks, I believe. And I blind bought this. Oh, I can already smell it. It's already siaging around. It's giving good smells. This fragrance is 100% all year round fragrance. And I forgot to say, for Soie Malaquais and Encore Une Fois, all year round fragrances. Some people might think that Soie Malaquais is a little too heavy for summer, but just spray a little lighter because she's all year round good, okay? Let me just tell you that. Back to this, Ojar Wood Whisper. This is clean white woods. So, you know, when you think of woods, there's dark and mahogany woods, and this is a clean white sandalwood, Palo Santo type wood, light woods. And it's musky. There's a little bit of vanilla in it, just a touch though. It is not a vanilla fragrance. This is a woody fragrance, a woody, musky, clean fragrance. And so immediately this gives off clean vibes, white crisp shirt, white dress. Those are the things that I imagine when I think about fragrances. Sometimes I'll spray it and it makes me think of a pink dress, or I spray it and it makes me think of sunshine and makes me want to wear orange or yellow, or, you know, I relate to fragrances in ways like that. And I have smelled fragrances before that give me this purple velvet feel, or, you know, like I said with Soie Malaquais, a silky feel, smooth, soft. So I feel like I see colors and textures when I spray fragrances, and this is crisp white, freshly pressed, clean shirt or dress, and it's airy and softly woody and extremely unisex. This could be worn by either sex, no problem whatsoever. Some females may say that they feel like maybe it's even a little masculine because it doesn't have sugary sweet notes in it. But to me, if you like clean fragrances, if you watched my video of like clean musks and airy fragrances, this absolutely could be in that video. But there is a fruit note of plum in here, and I wouldn't say that I necessarily pick up, oh, that's plum, but there is a sense of maybe there's some distant fruits, distant plum, or maybe a distant slight bergamot, something like that in the notes. But this is clean and just makes me feel really put together when I wear this. It makes me feel like I have all my ducks lined up in a row for the day. And even though I may not, they may be scattered in 2-3 different rooms, but I feel like I know what I'm doing. And so the notes in here, I think there's a violet note as well. So a little purple floral, but again, it's not a floral fragrance either. It is a woody fragrance. The notes in here are plum, violet, sandalwood, cashmere wood, and white amber. And I definitely, I smell the woods in it. It's clean, light colored woods. And it's super fresh. And there's something really quite addictive about this that makes me want to keep spraying it. And like I said, I've only had it for 4 weeks and I've already got, a dent going here. If you can see that, I don't know. I can't see what you guys are seeing because I'm filming and my screen's about this big. But, but yeah, I've been obsessed with it. It's so clean and and it's been hot in California. It has been hot. We've been going through, we had heat excessive warning, a heat wave that came through here, and it was just giving me fresh and clean and put together. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this a lot. There's another one from Ojar called Red Temptation that I am quite interested to get my nose on. But for right now, it's all about this Wood Whisper. Now, my next fragrance is something that has been in my collection for a very long time. It was the first Byredo I ever purchased. Purchased it before Gypsy Water, Mojave Ghost, Ball de Freak. I think I've got about 7 Byredo fragrances. And Inflorescence was my first Byredo. I fell in love with, look at that dent, you guys. When I told you, the dents are going to be denting, okay? Do you see this? I have a lot of perfumes in my collection. When I purchased this, I will admit I had way less. I probably had 80 fragrances in my collection, which sounds excessive and crazy, right? But I had way less, a third of what I have now. And this just, I went up to the counter, I sprayed this on my hand, and I immediately said, this is beautiful. This is stunning. And I left that day, I left Neiman Marcus with a bottle of it. I just fell head over heels. So let's spray this baby. That one's Ojar. You gotta make sure they're clean. Let me get a clean one. So, Inflorescence. This is beautiful, light florals. This is not there are a lot of florals in here, but this is not a heavy, your grandma's floral perfume. This is fresh, light, airy florals with a touch of just a little bit of green stem, but it is not a green fragrance. Believe me, I do not do green fragrances. If there is too much leaves, stem, too much earth in it, I'm not always down for that. But this is just the perfect amount of green. And I think the little bit of the greenness comes from the Muguet or Lily of the Valley. And there's freesia in here and magnolia in here. But it is still so ethereal and airy, and this wouldn't bother a single person. And though it's a floral fragrance, it is so much more than just that. It is office safe, everyday, signature scent worthy, this fragrance, honestly, to me. And I don't ever hear anyone talk about this fragrance. It's crazy. I know a lot of people don't talk about Byredo in general that much anymore, but let me tell you, this fragrance is stunning. It's stunning, and it breaks my heart that people have not truly experienced this fragrance. It is the epitome of spring in a bottle. Just, I have freesias in my backyard, and when they pop up, they are so fragrant and just stunning. I have the white variety, and then I have the hot pink magenta pinky variety. And if you've never smelled a freesia, a real freesia, get your nose on one, smell one. They are so fragrant, so stunning, so beautiful. Another bit of hobby of mine is that I do like gardening, and I like to have bulb flowers like my tuberose and my naked ladies. There is a flower that comes up in my backyard 2 times a year. It's called a naked lady. And if I figure out editing, I might stick a photo in here of the freesias and the naked lady. But the naked lady is a long, thick green stem, and there are no leaves. Her stem is naked, and then she blooms into this beautiful light pink flower. There is not a lot of scent there with the naked lady, but man, is she gorgeous. Man, is she a stunning flower. She's a bulb. And my freesias as well, and I have a few other bulb flowers that pop up. I only get to enjoy them, twice a year, but when they do come, boy, am I a happy girl. So inflorescence, sorry. The notes are freesia, rose, lily of the valley, magnolia, and jasmine. That's all that is listed, but there's definitely musk in here. But a nice clean musk, not an overpowering musk. It's not, it's not an ambroxan bomb, but there's definitely white musks in here that just blend those flowers so beautifully together. It is truly gorgeous. Even a floral hater could love this fragrance because it gives clean, it gives ethereal, it gives like a fairy with beautiful white and silver wings. Like it's really, I have quite the imagination with fragrances and what I see when I close my eyes when I smell them. And this one right here, this is fairy-like, this is magical. It's airy. And she's here for a good time. She's not always here for a long time. I do have to re-up halfway through the day. What I used to do is I would, go to work, and then I live very close to where I work. So I would go home on my lunch break and make a sandwich and hang out with my dogs for an hour. And before I left the house, I would re-up on Inflorescence. And I don't mind that. I don't mind. I don't mind perfumes that I have to take a decant of and stick it in my purse. I don't mind. If I love the scent that much, I don't mind. I will re-up. And not everything has to be beast mode. Not everything has to be smell me before you see me. Now, do I love fragrances like that? Yes, I do. I do. And in the winter, I love a good, strong, powerful fragrance. But not everything has to be so crazy, you guys. Sometimes you just want to feel like a little lady. And that's what this makes me feel like, a little fairy lady. It's gorgeous. Okay, so get your nose on it. Smell it. You can go into a Saks and Neiman Marcus and just get your nose on it. And if you're lucky and you get a cool sales associate, maybe she'll even give you a sample. All right, so the obsession continues. Let me tell you, listen here, Linda. Let me tell you. Ylang In Gold. Is that blown out? Hopefully you can see this beautiful bottle. This bottle is the second bottle. The first bottle was clear and it had little gems on it. And so you could see the sparkly goodness that is this juice. Because this juice does have a very subtle, neutral gold sparkle to it. And I've never noticed that it sparkled up my outfit or anything like that. But when you spray it, Oh, Lord, summer is here. When you spray it, it is extremely subtle, like extremely subtle. I think if you, because of the bottle and you can't see that there's gold sparkle deliciousness, you wouldn't even know, really. I mean, you'd have to really saturate yourself to pick up the extremely microscopic shimmers in it. But let me tell you, summer in a bottle. I pretty much keep this as a summer fragrance. Sometimes I pop it on when I just want to feel like a warm banana pudding tropical flower, but I will say it doesn't scream the holidays. It doesn't scream winter. It says, hi, it's summer and I'm here. I'm tropical. I'm a Hawaiian little goddess. Smell me now. So I sprayed it on my arm here, so it looks like I'm spraying my armpit, but this fragrance gives off, it's got Ylang Ylang in it, obviously. It's called Ylang In Gold, but there are tons of notes. I never bothered to look up the notes because I smelled it, I loved it, that was the end of it. But when I did look up the notes, I was like, oh my gosh, there must be like 13 of them listed or something. Maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe 10 listed, but a lot of notes listed. And a lot of them I wouldn't say, oh yeah, I smell that. Like I think there's a rosemary note in here. I do not pick up rosemary. What I pick up is creamy, soft, yellow flower petals with some coconut and an extremely warm vanilla extract vanilla orchid vanilla, and mixing together, it gives off a little bit of a banana vibe. And not banana like Laffy Taffy banana. I do have perfumes in my collection. This one right here. This ish is bananas. I bought a new bottle of it. It's on its last leg. But this is from Dawkins Aromco, and it's an indie house. Love that fragrance. But that right there, that is banana candy. That is banana Laffy Taffy, banana runts, and a beautiful airy vanilla with it. This is giving, I am a classy lady. I am in Bali and I'm staying in a hotel that is $8,000 a night out there in the Indian Ocean. And I am luxurious, extravagant summer goddess. I have a big yellow Ylang Ylang flower behind my ear. My skin is golden. I'm tan and I am exuding sunshine and summer. That is what this fragrance does for me. And I'm obsessed with the smell. And like I said, in winter, it doesn't scream, hi, I'm a winter fragrance, but there are times where I've made it my bedtime scent because I just want to feel like this fluffy, airy, tropical banana pudding. And it's not literal banana pudding. I would not call this a gourmand, but there's just vibes of it. Like if you were to have someone make you just the fluffiest, creamiest banana whipped cream, that's kind of like what I'm getting at here. If you have not smelled this, I really suggest getting a sample of it because this is tropical goodness. And when I purchased this fragrance, I really did not like coconut in notes. I pretty much avoided it in most of my fragrances because sometimes they can lend a little suntan lotion, sometimes they can lend sunscreen, and and so I'm very, very picky with my coconut fragrances. And this is done to perfection. Like I was saying, like a banana whipped creamy, puff and a coconut cream blended up into a whip as well. And then they're gently folded in together. It's so dreamy. It is so beautiful. I love it so much. I am going to read you the notes, but girl, I'm telling you, half of these notes, I'm like, what, where, but it's just must be blended so well. And the Ylang Ylang is a strong flower. So, I mean, it's giving, okay? The notes for this are, okay, you ready? Fruity notes: peach, lychee, sage, tangerine, artemisia, rosemary, geranium, blood orange, Ylang Ylang, sandalwood, mint, magnolia, rose, lily of the valley, coconut, vanilla, musk, and oak moss. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't smell mint at all. I was extremely shocked to, yeah, I was extremely shocked to even see that that note was on there. And I almost feel like was that an accident? Was that a fluke? Maybe that's not right. Because I don't smell it in there. But it's stunning. It is stunning. It's gorgeous. And it's summer goddess. Just like I've explained, you are the goddess of summer. And you're wearing a crown of just sparkly gold suns around your head. And just, I don't know, guys. This video is probably weird because I'm doing a lot of, you know, I'm chatting to you like you were a friend. And this is how I would converse with my friends while recommending fragrances. And so, yeah, I'm obsessed with the smell. I'm obsessed with it. It's beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to a perfume I've never talked about on my channel, but I have owned since the day it released, basically. This is Scents of Wood, Vetiver in Bloom. This bottle, so you know what's really cool about Scents of Wood is that when you order on there, you can choose what color bottle you want. There's brown, there's like a dark blackish gray, there's this color, and then you can choose between like silver or gold for the top, which is metal, and then you can choose your emblem. I chose a gold, obviously gold with gold, chose a light colored bottle because to me this fragrance would not seem right in one of the dark brown bottles or one of the like charcoal dark gray black kind of bottles. So let me tell you, this fragrance is stunning. And again, I never hear anyone talk about it. It blows my mind. I'm like, have you guys tried this? Have you smelled this? I got this at the Scents of Wood website, but I originally smelled it for the first time at Lucky Scent or Scent Bar. And I fell in love. And when they told me that I could like make my own bottle if I wanted to on the site, I was like, sold. Go home right now, put it together, put it in the bag. So the Scents of Wood fragrance house, they do, obviously wood is a huge thing in their fragrance line, right? So all of their fragrances are something in wood. And this one is the Vetiver, which would lend to like a greener, grassy, hay, dried grass kind of note. But to me, this is honeyed florals. This is purple flowers. This is so feminine. This is a fragrance that I do feel is feminine leaning. And she's gorgeous. There's tons of flowers in here. I think there's lily of the valley, and let me see here. There's lilac, of course, the purple flower, magnolia, jasmine, vetiver, white musk, bergamot, juniper, patchouli, and pink pepper. And this fragrance is great on paper, but it is even better on skin. It is stunning. I will say she's light wearing, so I feel like I do have to re-up her on my lunch break or carry a small decant in my purse to re-up. But she still has strength to her. She's not such a light fragrance that it's a skin scent, because it's not. She's got some oomph to her. It's just that she's not a beast mode fragrance. She's not going to carry you through to next Tuesday. And it's stunning. It's stunning. It's purple floral. It's vanillic. It's musky, airy. And again, it gives that ethereal, that, you know, fairy in a meadow kind of feel to it. And she's stunning. She's stunning. As soon as I spray it, I think purple flowers. And the vetiver in there might give a little bit of a dried grass note, but it's not like green grass. It's dried grass. It's more of like hay grass. And stunning. Stunning. It's a shame that she's not talked about more, because Vetiver in Bloom is beautiful, and the fact that you get to customize your bottles it makes it fun. And they do have some sales and stuff too. If you sign up for the email list, they have sales on fragrances and you can get them for a pretty good price. But Scents of Wood, Vetiver in Bloom, I'm obsessed. For my next fragrance, we're going to talk about my baby Tilia. Now, Tilia is from Marc-Antoine Barrois. And I have talked about this on my channel before, that I smelled this fragrance at Lucky Scent the day it launched there and fell in love immediately. But I was in this, oh, I keep shaking my camera. I was in this, you have an enormous collection and you don't need to buy 100 ml bottles anymore. So don't do it. And I have said this in a previous video, I regret that so much. Because with this fragrance now, I feel like I have to baby it. I feel like I have to, you know, not spray as much, not wear it as often. But I'm starting to get the mindset of, you know what, girl, wear the fragrance. And if you have to buy another bottle, you have to buy another bottle. But Tilia is, I'm obsessed. You guys. This is queen of I'm obsessed right now. This fragrance is stunning. It is absolutely stunning. And so this fragrance has linden blossom, which is lime blossom. It's the blossoms from the lime tree. And I love citrus blossoms, orange blossoms, mandarin blossoms, lemon blossoms, lime blossoms. I love them. My neighbor has a couple lime trees out in their backyard, but they're right along the wall where my bedroom window is. And so when I have the window open, I get whiffs of that when they're in bloom, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. This fragrance to me, the second I smelled it, I said, this smells like freshly washed laundry hanging on a cord out in the sunshine in a cottage village with flowers and a meadow, and you can hear a creek trickling by. I mean, it's giving like these cozy, clean cottage vibes of clean laundry, clean flowers, musky, and a little bit of fruits. And if you like clean fragrances, if you like things that smell like clean laundry or, but not necessarily like Gain, you know, but like clean laundry that has been dried in the sunshine, white crisp sheets that are pinned up and they've been dried in the sunshine on a beautiful, gloriously sunny spring day. And you're getting flowers from, you know, the garden and the lemon trees and lime trees. And it's just, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the way this smells. I can't stop smelling this. And I'm going to tell you guys something really quick. So for Tilia, like I said, I bought it the day that it launched at Lucky Scent. I was like, put it in the bag. And I wore this fragrance all over. It was the scent of the day, and I went out with my friend Marcy, and we went to Celine, and we went down into Neiman Marcus perfume area, and you know, in the scent room, we had done all these things. We went on like a scent adventure day, and so if you know anything about going on a scent adventure day, every lick of skin that you have has something sprayed on it. Okay, I mean, you go from one perfumery to the next perfumery to the next. You're spraying fingers, you're spraying hands, wrists. You know, up here you got up here in your arm. You've got one on your chest. And that day we went to Celine, and I had picked up a bottle of black tie, and I had just sprayed, and made a cute video. Marcy filmed me doing it, made a cute video for Instagram, and I probably sprayed 40 times. And so black tie, I love it. I love it to death. I love it. And I don't care that I have to reapply, but you do have to reapply just about every 3 hours for black tie. But I had sprayed myself down. And then we had also gone and I had sprayed stuff on my arms, and I was wearing a jean jacket that day. I had sprayed my jean jacket. And let me tell you something. When I got in the car to go home, it was already dark. It was many, many hours later. I got in the car, I took my jean jacket off, and I was driving home, and all I could smell after all that I had done, to all the sprays I had done, the sillage in the car, and all I could smell was this, Tilia, right here, this baby. This baby holds on tight and does not let go. And if you overspray this, it is almost beast mode. If you overspray, it could be almost too much. But if you just spray just the perfect amount, you know, and for me, that's like 12 sprays, maybe 10 with this one. And she's going to hold on tight and she's not going to let go. I mean, this fragrance is stunning. And I know I will end up finishing this 30 ml. And I also finished a travel size one. So I'm going to end up buying the full bottle, the 100 ml bottle, and stop babying this because I almost want to save it for special occasions. And that's not what you should be doing with something you're obsessed with. You should just be wearing it, sporting it, using it. So eventually you will see a 100 ml bottle of this come into my collection. I wish I had just bought it from the start. All right, another baby, another obsession coming up. This one is Dolce Melodia from Sospiro. I don't know if you can see that. It might be totally blown out. This baby here, let me tell you, I bought a travel size decant of it, went through it, bought another one, went through it, and I said, I need this fragrance. Well, when I decided, okay, I'm going to buy it, which was, I don't know, 5 months ago, I had gone over to one of the local perfumeries and it was sold out. And they were having trouble getting it into the store. So I was waiting and waiting. And I would also check online. And she had been out of stock for a while. And that was so sad for me, it really was. But I got an email and it said it was back in stock. And the local perfumery that I wanted to buy it from still didn't have it in. And it had been like 4 months, 5 months. No, yeah, 4 or 5 months. And so I said, you know what? I love to support my local perfumeries, but I want this in my collection so bad. I'm obsessed with it. So I didn't want to wait any longer, and I bought her. The first time I wore this fragrance, I said, there's a pear note in here. There is a juicy, sweet, syrupy pear note in here that it's just giving off. It's giving off fruity, beautiful, just stunning, stunning. A really well-blended fragrance. And the sillage on this, if you like Soie Malaquais, I think you would like Dolce Melodia. They are not the same fragrance. They're not dupes of each other at all. But there are vibes with the way that Soie Malaquais is on my skin that reminds me a little bit of Dolce Melodia. But in here, we've got a bunch of different juicy fruits that are stunning. There's definitely that Sospiro musk that really pushes their fragrances. If you're familiar with Sospiro fragrances or Xerjoff fragrances, they have a musk that really pushes their fruity fragrances out. And this is fruity, like almost like a hint of fruit punch in the beginning, like juicy fruit punch. And as it settles down a bit, it gets a little more syrupy pear. And there's almost like a spice note in here of some sort that I'm picking up. Maybe a pepper. I'll read you guys the notes. But this fragrance to me just smells so darn good. I can't even help myself. Sometimes I just pick up the bottle and smell it from the nozzle because I want to smell it. stunning, stunning. There's a little woodiness to it too. It's outstanding. It is an outstanding fragrance, and I do highly, absolutely recommend it. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. The notes for Dolce Melodia are, and I can also definitely smell a saffron in there for sure. And I love saffron in my fragrances. Love, love, love saffron. So the notes in here are mandarin, orange, black currant, pear, saffron, gardenia, jasmine, rose, vanilla, white musk, and sandalwood. And to be honest with you, the rose is a very jammy rose, like the rose in rose jam. It's not a rose like, you know, like some people call it, you know, a little bit of an elderly smell, or, you know, the rose is jammy and it's like a rose jam. So if you've ever smelled Lush's rose jam or rose argan body conditioner, which I've talked about in other videos that I love it. I start that routine with this. I do my Rose Jam Lush body wash, and then I do the Rose Argan body conditioner, which you just place all over your body, step into the shower, let it just gently rinse off, and that's it. You get out of the shower and pat yourself dry. It's extremely moisturizing, and it smells like heaven. So in Dolce Melodia, I get that jammy rose, but I also get this fruit jams as well, you know, like, stunning. Syrupy pears and saffron, and it doesn't note a pepper note, but I do feel like there is something that gives a little bit of pepper to this, a little bit of spice, and it's outstanding. I'm obsessed with it. It's gorgeous. The sillage on it, I get so many compliments when I wear it. It's a fantastic fragrance. It really is. Okay, I wanted to mention actually that, so the previous fragrance, Dolce Melodia, the travel or decant size one I went through was because it was in Sebastian's, the Perfume Guys Scent Club #9. And in that came I think a 6 ml of the Dolce Melodia. So I blew through that one too before I bought my bottle. But onto this one. This one is Tales from Zanzibar, from Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. And this fragrance is, I've probably had it for 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks, and look at this dent. Now this is not a cheap perfume. They only come in these 50 ml bottles, and it is not a cheap perfume. I purchased this from Lucky Scent or Scent Bar in the Hollywood location. And let me tell you, this is summer in a bottle. This is coconut, guava, lime, summer, juicy fruits. Like, this is drinkable. That's how good it smells to me, that if it were a drink, I would just drink it down. It is stunning and yummy. And so the way that I learned about this house was actually, again, from my friend Marcy. She had talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. And so I knew I needed to get my nose on that. And so before summer started, I said, you know what? I want to get this as part of my anniversary present. I did like a mega haul, perfume haul for my 20-year anniversary with my husband. And this was part of it. So this has been featured on my channel before. But this fragrance, I mean, immediately, as soon as you smell it, you smell lime, juicy citruses, this beautiful, juicy guava smoothie type of note. Like if you were to have a guava smoothie with coconut cream in it and some lime juice and some citruses, maybe a little blood orange, blood mandarin, and you guys, I'm obsessed. I love the way it smells. I'm obsessed. She's stunning, absolutely stunning. There's a mint note in here as well, which I wouldn't say I pick up mint necessarily, but it gives it a little bit of brightness, a little freshness. So it would be like if you were drinking this guava coconut cream smoothie with other various juicy fruits in it, and they just put a sprig of mint leaves on top of the smoothie by your straw. It's not something that I feel like is blended into it and it's very potent. It's just a whiff, just a little freshness in it. I love the way this fragrance was done. And you know what's crazy is there's an oud note in this, but I do not smell oud. What I smell is a little bit of clean woods, but I do not smell a barnyard oud, a skanky oud, a dark oud. This is oud wood, but in the lightest way possible. It's airy, and this is a summer fragrance. To me, I probably wouldn't wear this in the fall and the winter. No, because this is summer. When I close my eyes, I'm on a beach and I'm in a bikini and I'm sipping the most delicious guava coconut smoothie ever. It is delicious. It's beautiful. It's stunning. The notes in this perfume are lime, mint, blood mandarin, pink pepper, guava, cassis, coconut, candied fruits, musk, ambergris, moss, and oud. And it's absolutely stunning. It's right there par and par with Dolce Melodia. I mean, I love it. I love it. I'm obsessed with the way it smells. And that dent is denting, okay? Okay, we're coming to the end, the last two. So this is, let me wipe it off and shine it up. This is Electimuss Spice Diorno, and this is their newest release. Now, I think I spoke about this on my channel in one of my perfume hauls, I think. This fragrance was a blind buy, but I got it at a fantastic price. And I was on the phone with my friend when she got hers delivered. And I was like, how is it? How is it? And she was explaining that she felt like it was spicy and vanillic and really beautiful. And she said, you would love this. And so I jumped on the internet and blind bought it just like that while we were still talking on the phone. And let me tell you something. This fragrance is a cardamom vanilla dream. It is warm and vanillic and a little bit of spices. And it just stole my heart. It stole my heart. And sometimes I make it my bedtime scent. The first time I did that, I woke up and my pillow, my sheets, everything smelled like warm vanilla spices. It was like the most comforting smell on my sheets and on my pillow. And wow, I mean, she performs, because when I woke up in the morning, I could definitely still smell this fragrance going strong on my arms, and like I said, on my sheets, my pillow. I could smell this warm vanilla. I love cardamom. Cardamom is another one of my favorite notes in fragrances, and cardamom and vanilla just says yes ma'am, yes please, thank you so much. It's stunning. And the bottle, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, heavy, dangerous bottles. You could definitely bash someone with this. Intruder or burglar, someone trying to get into your fragrance collection, just bam. But let's put this sucker down. The notes of this are cardamom, pink pepper, elemi, bergamot, lemon, bran, leather, iris, orange, thyme, vanilla, myrrh, oud, and cashmere. I do not smell oud in this fragrance. Again, just like the previous fragrance I said, where the oud just comes off as clean woods, cashmere woods, light colored woods. And I mean, to me, this is just a Spice Diorno. It's spicy vanilla goodness, and it's a warm fragrance. I wouldn't wear it on a super hot day, but in the summer in an air-conditioned room, I don't see why not. But it's a comfort scent. I just became obsessed with it the second I smelled it. I was like, this is stunning. And my first wear just really impressed me. And then my second wear of, using it as a bedtime fragrance just impressed me so much. And I'm just obsessed with the smell. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. If you like cardamom and you like vanilla, you would love this fragrance. The leather note, it comes off way more as a very, very smooth suede-like note, almost more of a saffron note. It's not a animalic leather at all. You do get the vibes of a smooth, light-colored suede, you know, a cream suede, but not a like biker leather jacket or leather car seat smell. It's way more suede, smooth, soft, airy, and it's stunning. Get your nose on it. Last one, guys. So this one I left in the packaging so you could just see. It's so pretty. This is my favorite color green in the entire world. The outside of these like green clouds, and it's stunning. It's stunning. And there's like little stars in the background. This fragrance, Circus du Soleil, perfume. And look at this dent. You see this dent? Can you see it, you guys? This is stunning. I bought a decant of this first because I was like, I don't know, there's a butter note and some popcorn, and you know, I just wasn't quite sure. But let me tell you, this bottle is beautiful. It's really quite pretty. The packaging was beautiful. I loved it. And so I went through my entire decant, and I felt like the opening is so yummy. It is so yummy that, and the dry down is just a warm vanilla. And it's a lot like some of the other vanillas that I have in my collection. But the opening of this fragrance, the first 30-minute experience of this fragrance just gets me. It gets me. And then the dry down is just, it's a beautiful warm vanilla. You know, a little bit of a caramel popcorn warm vanilla. And with the notes like cotton candy and like caramel apple and all this popcorn butter, you would think it would be an extremely heavy synthetic smelling fragrance, but they did such a good job with this fragrance. They did such a good job. It smells like caramel popcorn, red apples with the caramel all around, you know, candied apples, the sweet cotton, airy cotton candy. Oh, you guys, it's so good. If you're a gourmand lover, seriously, get your nose on this. I know some other YouTubers have reviewed it and said, you know, the opening's great, but the rest is just an average vanilla. But there's something about this opening that makes me smile, that literally puts me in a good mood. It is yummy. It's so yummy, and it's not like a super synthetic to me. It smells like, really like if I had put cotton candy in my mouth and it was melting on my tongue, and the smell that you get while you're eating something, and it smells like warm caramel popcorn, or that like almost like a kettle corn. Like, have you ever gone somewhere and they're making the kettle corn in the big black vat and they give it to you, it's still warm and the sugar crystallized on the popcorn? You guys, I love kettle corn, and I especially love fresh kettle corn at like fairs and amusement parks and, you know, other events and stuff like that. Farmers market, they usually have that guy there, and I love it. I love it. So before I had said that it would probably be a full bottle in my original review, and it's a full bottle, and that dent is denting. It is telling you Mishi loves the smell of this. I love it. I think it is fun, and it just makes me feel excited, and it makes me smile, and I'm obsessed. I'm stuttering. I'm just so obsessed. It's so yummy. So you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and going over some of my obsessions currently. I would love to know, and put in the comments what some of your current obsessions are. And just thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Really, it just makes my heart so full. And I love the fragrance community so much, and I'm just having such a great time. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all of the things, and I'll see you in my next video.